everybody, how's it going? Chris here, of course, to show you guys an awesome comic book haul. First, I'd like to thank everybody who is contributing and supporting for the 2014 Comic Book Lotto. Thank you guys very much. So make sure you guys go check out, if you haven't already, the Comic Lotto 2014 video. And after that, I'll provide the links below in that video, perhaps as well as this one, going to mycomicshop.com/gift cards to get your gift cards to make your entries. Thank you guys all for that. Okay, so we're going to get into this really quickly here. Start with Captain Canuck here. This came out July 1st, which is the same day I began the 2014 Comic Book Lotto. The third annual one. That's really awesome. So here's Captain Canuck, the first Canada Day edition. So they got two new stories in this one, and I guess they did it because there's going to be some upcoming Captain Canuck comics coming later this year, which looked really kind of cool, looked interesting. I might pick them up. And everybody's favorite comic book, Saga. It's always great. Saga always reads fast, but they got a lot in there. Brian and Fiona just packed these comics full of artistic and writing talents that just are kind of surpassing a lot of things at the moment. So Saga, really good comic book. Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl 1.2. A little hard for me to read through this one more than the first one, but it was still really good. And you see it a little bit from, it's kind of in between stories, when you're reading the old, Spider-Man, and they're pointing out little moments like when he met the Fantastic Four and the Chameleon and things like that. But you see a little bit aside from this other fan of his, which was his name, Clash, I think it was. Yeah, Clash, a fan of Spider-Man's who decides to make his own suit and wants to have a battle with him. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3. I love this where, it's getting back to the old Parker luck, and because of things that Doc Ock did when he was Spider-Man, now Peter has to pay for them. So Black Cat is coming after him after what, Doc Ock did to her. 3 Months to Die storyline. This is issue number 9 of Wolverine, continuing the I guess the conversation with Death that he has in here, and she kind of gives him tips. And again, there's still some metaphorical deaths so far, and Wolverine is kind of trying to let go of his fear, let go of the old Wolverine, so he can move forward with his life. And you see basically the ghost of Rose in this. That was really kind of cool. Yeah, just a lot of symbolism and self-forgiveness and all those kind of things. It's a very spiritual journey for Wolverine right now. And it's been pretty good. I've been liking it a lot. So I am looking forward to how good they're going to do the death of Wolverine. And with any death, I know everybody makes fun of, who cares whether they die, they're always going to come back. Yes, that's true, but it is definitely a story. You want to get a good story out of it. You kind of know that already in the back of your head that they're going to come back, but they got to make a good story. So if they can really, hit home with you, at the heart with this one, it's going to pay off well. Wolverine and the X-Men issue number 5. So one thing to say, this definitely isn't Jason Aaron's writing, which I've been missing, but it's okay. I'm not really into everything that's happening with Phoenix and Quentin Quire, but what I do like is that it is coming back, repercussions from when basically they saved Evan, when Uncanny X-Force saved Evan, and they were going to originally kill him then, and now they're trying to save him. It's kind of interesting just to see that all kind of playing out through all this time, and then the repercussions of that coming here. The Marvel event here, Original Sin. This is issue number 4. Really love these covers. They're beautiful, beautiful covers. I think issue number 5 came out recently. I'll show that one eventually. I got a variant for that one coming. But yeah, really good so far. And if nobody's read it yet, kind of, I don't know, it's a shocking, but kind of a spoiler here at the end there. You get to meet the real Nick Fury, which is really interesting, because just previous issue there, Bucky had killed Nick Fury. Weird, right? Now onto the back issues here. So this one I think might have been originally a digital comic. I can't quite remember. But here's a one-shot, Wolverine in the Flesh. It's interesting. It's celebrity chef who wrote this, and I think this is him here too. He co-stars in the comic too. He actually wrote it really well. It was kind of fun, interesting. It showed some seriousness, but some lighthearted as well too. A funny team up with this chef and Wolverine to take down this serial killing or serial killer who is a cannibal. So you can only imagine, when Wolverine gets caught, he has basically a never-ending supply of flesh. So that was really interesting. It was kind of cool. It was better than I thought it would be. Because I was just like, oh, this is just going to be kind of goofy. I'm just getting it just to fill out more of my Wolverine collection. And I definitely want to have, a big fan of Wolverine, but I definitely want to be known for having the largest Wolverine collection ever. So there's a lot of bad ones, but this one, not bad. It was not bad. Entertaining. Oh yeah, now a few here that I was inspired to get by a couple of guys who did entries for the 1,000 subs contest that I had a little while ago, and Howler Mouse was the one who win. My son always says that. I win. Who won? And his package should hopefully be to him by the end of the week. So if he's going to do an unboxing, stay tuned to his channel for that to see what he won. But this one was actually inspired by Why Not Art Tony. Wildcats and X-Men Golden Age. I think he had the Golden Age one, but a different cover. And it might have been the 3D comic book. So there was two different versions, two different covers, and also there was 3D comic book versions of these as well too. I don't know why they call it X-Men though, because the only one who appears in there as an X-Men is Wolverine. It's still a great story. I really liked it. As you see here, the art, basically black and white with a few splashes of color here and there and different tones of color. I think it was done really well. It was really entertaining. So Scott Lobdell and Travis Charest, really good. So I'm really looking forward to picking up the rest of these as well. And hopefully in 3D. Here's one that was inspired by Scott Coasting Bromstar. Really funky art, but it was a really great story. Here's Logan, Shadow Society. So this is one that Scott had in for his contest entry. It was really good. It's basically, a secret agent story with Wolverine, of course, Logan. And what's notable in this book is that there's no claws. I don't remember him once using claws. I think they mentioned about his his healing and his having a good nose and things like that. So they mentioned about his other mutant senses, but they never mentioned about his claws, and I don't think once, as I recall, they ever pop out. Never uses claws, but I think he uses just a gun in this one, maybe a knife. I might be getting it mixed up with another one I'll show you here, but yeah, basically really good story. Old James Bond kind of thing. It was actually really good. Secret Agent Man. Here's Logan, Path of the Warlord. So Scott, if you don't have this one, you should probably pick this one up too if you like Shadow Society. As I recall, it's by the same writer, and it has basically in the same vein of it is where there's no Wolverine claws. You might see a sword. There is some samurai elements in this, but not once do you ever see him pop the claws, or do they mention about the claws. So Logan, Path of the Warlord. Okay, some cool ones here by, I think they're written and drawn by Sam Keith, Marvel Knights imprint. Wolverine and Hulk, really great art for sure in these books. And I think the colors are by, as I recall, Richard Eisenoff, who worked on Origin. So there's some really beautiful panels in this. But basically the story is Hulk and Wolverine have to go save a little girl ghost. Basically that's it. Plane crash, girl ghost leading them, and they get into a little bit of, troubles here and there. But that's basically the story. Really kind of cute and fun. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. And issue number 4 of that. So this is really cool. I kind of like how the Wolverine title is written in that one, and I noticed it was written like this in this style in some other title I can't remember. So when I make a new Wolverine box, as you see back here, I got all the different Wolverine titles kind of on the boxes here. When I have to make up a new box, I'm gonna definitely draw that title like that on there. Really kind of cool. Okay, so into the ones that are kind of important here at the end. I always save the best for last, I guess. And I'll show you a few that will lead into the big ones at the end here. So here is issue number 10 of X Factor. Mr. Grumpy Face there. Mr. Grumpy Face. Oh, he's all mopey. So he used to be all mopey and everything, and now he's just kind of a angry douchebag. So that was issue number 10, number 11 of X Factor, number 12 of X Factor. And if you guys know anything about X Factor, I don't collect it very much, but these particular issues, if you think about it, you'll probably know why I collected these. Here's issue number 13. And you'll definitely know by the end of this haul here, the last two that I show you, why I'm picking up these books. Issue number 14. But I won't be getting the whole X Factor series, but some of the earlier issues here definitely be picking up. This one's really kind of interesting. I flipped through this one. Wow, this is going to be some good stuff to read, though. Issue number 15 is here. I really particularly don't like the circle, you know, but the angel drawing is pretty good. But basically in this one, yeah, wings, just plucked off. Really kind of cool. Okay, so this last two, here's the ones, if you guys haven't guessed yet where this is kind of going. So these are earlier issues, though. I'll show this one, beautiful, all packaged in Mylar. Here's issue number 5 of X Factor. So the significance of this one is the first cameo appearance of Apocalypse, which of course is going to be the new villain in the upcoming, X-Men movie. What is it called? Is it just Apocalypse or something like that? I can't remember what they're going to call it. But yeah, this is the first cameo appearance, issue number 5. So if you guys can find this one for cheap, I should have picked this up quite a while ago, as soon as they announced Apocalypse. But so I might have paid a little more than I probably should have for them, maybe. But I'm still happy to get them. And still affordable now, too. So if you can find them for cheap, you guys pick them up. X Factor number 5, the first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. Last page. And then for the last one here, I bought one of these BCW cases, a silver size, and then just put it in a poly bag and then put it inside this case here to display. And that is X Factor number 6 right here. There's not too much glare there, you guys. And as you can tell from the cover there, that's Apocalypse. So this is the first full appearance of Apocalypse. It was really good. It was a neat read, and basically with issue number 5 and 6, got a bunch of bad guys from Apocalypse that he's trying to get this one heroin addict who is also a mutant, and he has the ability to amplify everybody's mutant power. So Apocalypse is trying to get a hold of him. Of course, X Factor is trying to stop that, and they come into contact with Apocalypse for the first time. It's a really good comic. I actually really enjoyed it as well, too. So there's other X Factor comic books, as you saw, the 10 through 15 that I got, that some of the parts in there have to do with him. So that's why I'm getting them. I just want to get a bunch of early appearances by Apocalypse before those books start skyrocketing because of the movie. So there you guys go. I'm really happy to have that. 5 and 6, really cool. And there's some further issues that I'm going to be getting in a next haul. So hopefully you guys stay tuned to that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.